Ali here at mindwavemeditation.com, and today we're going to talk about you spiritual seekers and truthers out there. I found from teaching and guiding people over the last few years especially that there's two camps of people that I come across. The spiritual seekers, all different levels, from entry level, like I think maybe meditation might be good, to I've done like loads of retreats, and I've done this and this, and I studied with this guru, and that side of things, all fine. And the truthers, the ones that are here on earth to spread the truth, expose the tyranny and all the rest of it. Right on. This video is going to help both camps to understand how to live in this 3D reality whilst being burdened with 5D knowledge. Keep watching if this resonates with you, and I'll see you on the other side. So I've been really blessed to be able to talk to so many amazing and interesting and normal people too on this journey about spirituality and seeking truth and just getting through life. I've taught people going through divorces, depression, suicide, anxiety, money issues, helping people create businesses, get further in business, all sorts of different things. And what I've been blessed myself with is being able to connect dots for people. I haven't checked all the boxes myself, I haven't done all of the work myself, obviously, but hearing another person's perspective is always really helpful. So if you're on your journey and you want to work with someone, a coach, get in touch with me and I'll help you figure out how to get from A to B so you can become the best version of yourself. And that's what this is about. Link below if you're interested in that. Anyway, this video is simply about having the conversation about living in this 3D reality, the mundane, the admin stuff, taking out the rubbish, the trash if you're in America. Or Canada, my apologies, and getting through life with the best way we can, the easiest way we can. Life is hard enough. We've got to figure out who we are, maybe raise a family, manage a workplace. We've got to commit to our dreams. It's an absolute mission, let's face it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. But what I really wanted just to kind of seed into this conversation is, whatever you're doing, I'd love you to start, or I'd invite you to start thinking, that's what some people say, I've noticed. I'd invite you to think about this. Think about the bigger picture of what you're doing. What all this is for. Are you giving back at all? Are you working towards creating something bigger than yourself, for your legacy, for your family? It doesn't have to be something monumental like creating a massive cause, but are you setting yourself up to be the best version of yourself and giving back wherever you can to help others to become the best version of themselves? If that's what you're doing in any kind of way, shape or form, then this might be helpful. If you're not doing any of that, then I invite you to start thinking about that. Where can you be of service, even locally, nationally or globally? It doesn't really matter, just something that's bigger than you. And the reason why I say this is because we're collectively here and individually here to be the best we can, but also to help the planet continue to be the best it can and to get better. And we all know that as a collective, we're pretty on it with destroying the planet, and then a lot of us are pretty good at trying to help heal the planet. So by coming together and having these conversations, it's really helpful and it's valuable. But what I found on this journey is that a lot of people that I speak to, it's all about healing and healing themselves through trauma, through overcoming negative habits and patterns, and that's absolutely imperative. That's one thing we all should be doing. Never say should, but sometimes it's okay. Heal ourselves, essentially, because then when we do, we can help others heal, our families, our friends, our children, our grandkids. And one of the biggest things that gets in the way of us healing ourselves and helping to heal others and to just get through life when we're on this self-development spiritual journey is balancing the two worlds. I like to call it balancing the two worlds. We have the 3D, and then we've got this 4D, 5D world, which is basically, in a nutshell, we're talking about the day-to-day stuff, and then we're talking about manifesting, visualizing, evolving, and all of this kind of extrasensory stuff, you know, all of the kind of what some deem woo-woo, all of the spiritual deep work stuff. And oh my, let me tell you, if you're a truther or a seeker, you can fly too close to the sun, not come back, and it's very difficult to talk to family and friends when you come back to the 3D normal life and trying to explain how you don't want to eat certain products, or you don't want to wear certain clothes or watch certain TV programs, or you want to tap out of society because of X, Y, and Z, or you want to stop helping the tyrants of the world and all the rest of it. So we're talking about balancing these two worlds. And what I found is people either live in this kind of normal world where all of that stuff's just crazy talk, and some people live in this world where they disassociate with the 3D world and, you know, their parents, and because they just don't get me, they just don't get it. And I feel for you. I think the bigger picture is looking at the two worlds as part of the same coin, like two sides of the same coin. We need them both. And yes, they are very, very different. And yes, some people don't ever experience the more spiritual side of things. But when you do, and when you find yourself and you find out who you are and what you want to do, and you have a message, or you have a way of life that you want to live, it's gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. So there's plenty of things that we can do to balance these two worlds, so we can essentially dip in and out of both of these worlds and enable them to serve us. So what I'm suggesting here is that we honor both sides of the coin. We set ourselves up in this 3D mundane reality where everything is just what it is and how it's been, how it's moving into something that we don't yet know. And we go with the flow. We stop spending our whole lives sweeping up after the tyrants and the people that are censoring everything, and sweeping up everybody's problems is not the answer. By all means, spend a large portion of your day doing the good work, sharing information, but devoting your life to other people's mistakes and agendas, it's helping their agenda. You know, you're part of their agenda, let's say. And same with the spiritual seekers. I call it flying too close to the sun. By all means, do the retreats, do the courses, watch the videos, do the work, and have the opinions and all the rest of it. And, you know, I'm doing the same. But this is just a small portion of who I am. I'm not just this, you know, blah, 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 doing all this. It's just a small portion of my incarnation on this planet. I'd invite you to try this as well. I love this spiritual journey. I love that part of me. I suppressed it for a long time. I wouldn't let it out, and then it just came out. It really is important for us, spiritual seekers, truthers alike, to tune into us, to number one, which is you. Not them, what they've done, or that guru, or that lineage of truth. It's you. You are the guru. You are the true teacher. You are the true guidance system. It's all within you. And if we spend too much time on this side, or too much time on this side, then we get out of balance. And that's where we get frazzled, and that's when we start having arguments, and that's when we start it all kind of goes to pot. So I'm talking about balance, so let's talk about it. Okay, let's figure this out. So the truthers out there, look, all the power to you. I absolutely believe in truth, and people should be held accountable for what they've done. And I spend a lot of time looking at the news, alternative media, and to see the bigger picture and make my own mind. You know, I'm in that world. I'm there. What I find with a lot of truthers is They spend so much of their life sweeping up after these people, and they're living in this state of like, you know, it's like this constantly, and oh my god, look at this, look at this, look at this, and it's constant because it never ends. This is a never-ending cycle. There will always be these people. Ideally, I hope in my heart of hearts that the world changes and all of the bad people get locked up and all of the bad people held in court, and you know, it all comes out, all of this stuff. Realistically, probably not going to happen. So devoting my life to being a hardcore truther is not in my best interest, because it puts me second, and I'm not going to thrive in this world, and I will be resentful and bitter. And I find this over and over again with the truther community, is that they don't put themselves first. Their health, their wealth, their success all comes secondary to what others have done and exposing the truth. And so to the truthers out there, I invite you to take on a week differently, just as an experiment. Absolutely follow all that you follow, live how you live, and expose and share and do all the good work that you do, and because you are needed and you are valuable to life becoming a better place to live for generations to come. Absolutely. But I'd encourage you wholeheartedly to learn to meditate, to eat better, to sleep more, to write that book that you want to write, or create that course, or do that thing that you could be doing if you weren't spending all of that time on the internet trying to expose the bad guys. And it might not just be the truthers out there, it might be spending time on Facebook trying to right wrongs and giving your opinion and trying to argue the point over and over again just to convince someone that you're right and they're wrong. And you know, it's endless. It's set up, you know, for us to do that. So we feed the algorithm, so we're talking and sharing our opinions. So it's relentless. And it's not always real life. Real life is you, right here, right now, what you're gonna do, what are you gonna achieve in this life while you're alive? What are you gonna give back? What are you gonna set up for future generations if that's your path? All of the other stuff is secondary. It's very real. I'm not denying it, I'm not being ignorant, but absolutely put you first before the cause, because without you becoming your best self, you're not going to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And furthermore, if you do put yourself first and you create something, you could package up what you want to be saying into a book or a pamphlet or a course, or you know, if that's what you're doing, it's a much better way to spend your life and your time than just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, or commenting. You know, spend that time that you spend on that going within and discovering who you truly are and what you can give back. And then we have the spiritual seekers. You know, we're a funny bunch. I like to call myself a stealth seeker. I used to have long dreadlocks and I very much looked like a typical kind of Thailand seeker, you know, like just out here trying to find myself and figure it all out. I was that guy. And, you know, appearances, whatever. I'm only having a joke. But one thing we forget as spiritual seekers is that this is a co-creation. You know, if you're into that kind of way of thinking. If you're not, this won't resonate. You won't even use the word resonate. With this way of thinking, it's a co-creation, and what we can forget is that we have to do the work, the self-work, the healing, all the inner work, but also we have to take out the rubbish, the trash. We have to do the admin. We have to organize ourselves. We have to create plans. We have to stay to commitments, create boundaries against people that are trying to pull us down or shake us off our track. Does anyone ever shake us off our track? So balance. Look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is you. You're the bigger picture. What does Gandhi say about creating change? You know the one. You've got to start with yourself. Whatever you want to see out there, start with yourself. Change yourself. Change what you're doing. Completely commit to your cause, whether you're a truther or a spiritual seeker. Keep going to all the courses, all the stuff. Do all the stuff. Get it all done. But stick to you being the number one here. if you've got a dream that you're not committing to, something that you want to create or do or be or become, and you're spending your time trying to expose someone else or continuously studying other speakers thinking that they've got the answer, you will forever be on a conveyor belt going absolutely nowhere. Start with you, work on you, be you, do you, so we can all see you and hear you and comment on you and celebrate you. So, number one, create a big vision, a big dream, a big goal, something that pulls you out of bed in the morning, that helps you remind yourself why you're here, that helps you get through the day when all of this stuff's going on in the news, or even the stuff that doesn't even make the news that you know that's out there. Something that gives you a purpose, a meaning to be alive today, to get you through. A big vision is a huge thing, a GPS to help guide you towards being of service to the planet, or even just locally, or not even locally, just even in your family, being a great family member that can offer inspiration is huge. In fact, if anything, that is probably the biggest thing you could ever do, is be a great person so you can help someone in your family grow to be a great person. You know, if you leave it there, then that's amazing. If you want to create something huge, that's something else. So creating something big is absolutely, fundamentally the thing that we need to do here. Before anything that you're doing in life, think about what are you doing to contribute to your immediate circle or the collective greater good. And if you need any help with that, click down below on my Dare to Discover mini course. It's super easy, it's really, really simple, but it'll profoundly change your life because you'll know who you are, what you're doing, what you want to be doing, and how to do it. Number two, attach a deeper meaning to that big vision. You know, it's so easy to just say, oh, I want millions of pounds so I can sit in my big old mansion. Then what? What are you gonna do then? I don't know. Attach a bigger meaning. Be of service. Do something good. Think about something other than yourself for once. You know, attaching a deeper meaning to what you're doing in life, even if you're doing a job that you don't particularly love right now, attach a deeper meaning for why you go there. A deeper meaning to do a crappy job is that it pays for the roof over your head. It pays for the water that comes out the tap. It pays for that time off where you can go and do something that you really want to do and maybe think about getting another job. And hey, sometimes obviously we can't always just get another job. It's not always easy to just, you know, do what we want to do, but it's absolutely possible to do something that you do want to do as a hobby, as a side thing, to just help you get through life and just bring some joy to this existence when it's sometimes really difficult just to get through the day. And for all you seekers, coaches, teachers, healers, you're here to help other people heal themselves, essentially. You're here to help others nurture, empower, inspire themselves. Having that as a bigger meaning to go underneath the foundation of your work is a way better way to look at life than, oh, got another customer, made some more money. Yep, you know, going through that kind of mindset of like ching, 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 ching. That will wear off. There's no meaning to that. Yeah, you pay your bills and all the rest of it, but there's no deeper meaning there. See if you can look at your followers on the social medias as people. And every time you get a new follower, a new comment, connect to that heart, that beating heart of a human being that has liked what you do, and sit there for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, appreciating a person has come into your ecosystem and is enjoying your work, or enjoying your comment, or whatever it is, or enjoying the purchase that they made of you. It's a person, a human being, and you serve them. So coming from that angle is so much more beneficial than just going, oh, got another sale, ching, ching, ching. Connect to the people and what you're doing for these people, if that's the work that you're in. Or any way you can frame it, where you're connecting to another human and helping them bring joy or inspiring them, is so much more powerful than just ching, ching. And then number 3 is create a strategy. You know, this isn't a hierarchy. The more spiritual are better than the people that have just started yoga. You know, some of them would like to think that they are, but ultimately, no, not at all. It's all one. We are all one. This is all one. This is one. Everything is one. It all comes from one. And whatever one is to you might be different, but it's all one. It's love. it's existence. You know, call that whatever you want to call it. Your strategy is to help you remain balanced when you're living in this 3D world, experiencing 5D reality. You are not a body, you are light. You are not a body, you are light. You are not a body. You are light. You are a light being experiencing life in this meat suit. And the more we remind ourselves of that each day through meditation, yoga, healthy eating, positive thinking, qigong, dancing, singing, art, whatever you love to do that. Honor that part of you, embrace that part of you, enjoy that as much as possible. Dive into the visualizations, into the dreaming, into the manifesting, into the creating amazing things, into the conscious self-work, into the conscious collective work, into all of it. Dive into that, honor that, and then come back to the 3D. Come back to the admin. Come back to the TV if you need a bit of TV. Maybe a bit of junk food now and again. You know, balance. It's a simple thing to manage. It's difficult, it's simple, it's difficult, it's maintenance. That's all it is. It's just daily maintenance. So knowing who yourself is key, because once you know yourself, everything else is a lot easier. You can just live your truth, speak your truth, share your truth, and be yourself. And there's nothing better than being yourself. I don't know, maybe there is. I like it. So if you need any help, let me know. I'd love to help guide you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you if you need the help. Click the link below. Get in touch. We'll work on you, get you from A to B, whatever B means to you. Check out the mini course too if you really want to figure out your vision. It really is amazing. It's very simple. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps push all this stuff out there. Have an amazing day. Be awesome. Do good. Leave us a comment. I'll see you next time. Bye.